everybody, welcome back to Just Plays Tokyo Dark. It is Tuesday now, and we are going to go to Kamakura. I'm actually recording this before Tuesday actually hits, so bear with me. I don't know what's going to actually happen on Tuesday this week, but this is a short week, thankfully. I mean, if everything goes well, there's always the possibility that I might get called in to do work over the holidays, but we'll see. Let's go back to Kamakura and talk to Mai about how her bro is kind of like, oh, it had info that time. Boo! Boo hiss, I could have had info. Let's see if Magida does anything else suspicious. Nope. It's just there. Time to go bother the old lady again. Gross, that's good. You know, I'm gonna walk up to you and stand like, we don't have to social distance because this is a game set in presumably 2006. So I'm gonna come over and talk to you like a normal person. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep, you found my Oni-chan, alright? He's been protective of me ever since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. Want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. Oh, wow, somebody's not very Japanese. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. My own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it! Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. Ooh. Not even the Tante anymore. Yeah. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you are there, then I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask, and everything. We're like, yeah, okay, sure. I have a gun still. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes ignorance is bliss, Mai. No. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and be happy and ignorant. Before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Are you gonna join my party? Okay. Mai, how old are you? Like, I can't tell if you're supposed to be like, I forget, did they say she's like a kokosei or something? Or is she in college? Like, I don't know. I'm sure your grandmother's gonna be real jazzed to see me. It's gonna be super fun.
I said no visitors! Leave me alone!
Grandma, it's me. Please open the door.
Mai? Oh, Mai, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. Wait, what is she doing here?
It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help.
Help? Ah! Don't make me laugh! You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something. You were going to free me from the past.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask?
Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it. Needles in my skin dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too, Detective? Dark place. Where we've lost.
Okay. I was about to say where we've lost residue. I'm so tired.
A dark place. Where those we've lost reside. I'm so old and have wasted so much time. And yet the pain won't go away. My poor Miko.
Which I'm assuming is Mai and hot brother's mom.
I miss her so much. If only I could have found her.
Miko, mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. How could she told me she died after I was born? Well, I would hope she died after you were born and not before.
Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. Going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will.
Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know. Your mother.
Oh, is pink hair? Does it run in the family?
And you, detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, and what you think you're able to do. Keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough.
You don't know anything about me. Besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family. My family's dead. I mean, I guess maybe they could be. They could be tucked away in, like, some other fucking rural place. Like most people in Tokyo.
Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like... Okay, so there's a lot that goes on with this. I'm assuming we're not going with the story about the jacking off and that creating the island part. I'm assuming we're gonna go about don't eat the fucking food in the afterlife. Is what I'm going to predict is the particular thing here, because Izanagi's like a life god and Izanami is a death god, and he is like, they're married, I think, or they're siblings, or they're siblings and they're married. I don't fucking remember. But like they're gods. And Izanami she gets all fucked up because she eats this food in the afterlife, or like in the other world or whatever. And like, I forget some of the details of it because I haven't thought about this in a really long time. But yeah. And that's what I'm gonna predict is what we're gonna talk about here. Grandma, this again? I'm sure Ito's not interested in hearing some old myth. It's also really funny to me too, because I also kind of feel like I'm like I'm like the girlfriend that's been brought home to like your homophobic grandmother. That's also kind of how this scene feels. Really, we should get going.
Stay right there. Though I've told you this story many times, you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as the kami. In legend, it was the drops of ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. That's a metaphor.
That is a metaphor. I also like the real, like, we're going full, like, Ghibli style on this.
When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth, Kagutsushi, I can never say this. I used to have this issue with, Tsukiyomi too, but I don't now. Gave birth to, Kagutsuchi. Kami of fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced with her mortality, new kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light.
Sorry, I'm thinking about that thing about Amaterasu and just being like, nobody appreciates me, and going and hiding in a fucking cave, and then they trick her to come out by being like, with like a fucking mirror. What did I say one time? I was telling my friend and I was like, I was like, oh, I always connect this mentally with, like, Bloody Mary mythos. And she just looked at me and was like, Jess, I love you, but what the fuck?
When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable in his rage. He struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead.
Oh yeah, there's also a, like an Orpheus and Eurydice angle to this that I'd completely forgotten about until just now.
Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved.
She looks all fucked.
Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try, and asked the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living.
It's a lot like the immigration office.
Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face.
Also these cool, like, in hands.
Horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. Until you learn strength, you will not be able to go any further. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering to the world, yet resisting it is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death.
I mean, like, I'm capable of consciously controlling the number of offspring I have.
Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. Must stop.
Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things.
Story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that?
It's always funny, too. I am pretty confident, and I'm sure Pedro will look this up, but anyone else can look it up if they want to. I'm pretty sure that there's some line in the fucking Izanami mythos about, like, the fact that because she was in the underworld and ate the food there, it was a thing. And so I'm just saying that myths and stories, particularly ones that have more horror bent, usually tend to be cautionary tales. So she's not wrong. Like, she isn't incorrect about that.
The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Emiko, and then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Come here. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep you away from her.
No, Grandma, I told you already. Going to go see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. Alright, so you're 20? Is that how I can't pin an age on you. Like,
no, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai.
Okay, so now you're racist too. Great. Going to visit my girlfriend's racist, homophobic grandmother. Hashtag. I was gonna say fuck my life, but I was like, oh wow, I haven't thought that in 10 years.
You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal.
Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. Tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time, he's gonna tell me the truth about everything. About Mom and Dad, too.
No, stop. I'll tell you how your parents... how they...
You can't, can you? You've never told me how they died. The reasons always changed every time I asked.
No, Mai, please, you must listen. They might be listening. Still out there. They haven't forgiven me. Can't you see?
They? What are you talking about? You're insane! I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon.
Don't go, please.
Bye, Grandma. I'm sorry. She's gotten so much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. Your family, which is running a shrine. Do you think that perhaps they might be slightly religious? Maybe? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Okay. Well, peace. If Magita has anything to say to Mai. Whoa, whoa, where do you think you're going? Mai and I are leaving. What of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Mai's grandmother, and she says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I, didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad if she called. Mai's an adult. Grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, don't understand. You're not going anywhere. Oh, that's my only option. Okay, cool. So, what are you doing? Is he gonna be okay? He'll be up and again in a few hours. Why did he stop us like that? He's never done that before. Still, you shouldn't have done that. He'll be fine. Let's go. Wait, we can't just leave him here. What if he's hurt? Mai, let's go. He might not be the only one who wants to stop us. But... Fine. Let's go. Let's go talk to your brother. Hot brother. What's up, yo? And Uncle Maid. Mai, you want some takoyaki? Okay. I'm still professional, I'm still relaxed, and I'm still stable. Man, I could totally afford to take another pill. I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna get those. Wait, I have to look for cats. Looking for cats. Cats. I don't see. Okay. Let's go back to the dojo. Mai? What are you doing here? Did she make you come? Just not gonna touch it. Not gonna touch it. Not gonna touch it. We're gonna move on. It's not like that, Takashi. It was my idea. It just keeps getting funnier. I asked her to come talk with you. But you sent her away. This woman almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely, if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister doesn't need to be involved. No, if I came alone, you'd just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, something you need to see. See what? What are you talking about? Every time this stupid thing comes up. Gospel. Where did you get that? Put it away! So, you do know what it is. I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever needed to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject! This isn't about Itol! Mai, I understand you're upset with me. We should talk about this another time. Furthermore, that mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when Mai was held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask she was after. The mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? It's not your name. I suppose I've been a fool to think I could keep the truth of our family's past away from you. Past? Does this have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes. It's so much more. I've first saw that mask when I was a child, before you were born. Truth is, it belonged to a cult of the Kamenkai, of which our parents were members. Really? You couldn't just join SGI like everyone else? That's a burn because a lot of my friends are in SGI. I don't sincerely mean that. Cult? You're kidding! How'd your parents get mixed up in that? Also, I like that Kamenkai is like literally just like, we're the mask group. That's us. Mask society. I know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself. They were a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simpler life away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Couldn't you just get that by just, like, moving to, like, Yamanashi? Parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow some mystic, live in a compound instead. Kamenkai were one of many such groups back then. I was a child, and I didn't understand, but about how our parents were deceived, what they put me and Mai through, it's unforgivable! The mask was on the compound. For what purpose, or what they believed it could do, I don't know. Do you think there are any members of the Kamenkai left who'd know? No. You see, there are no surviving members. They died. All of them. Including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room where we were sleeping, saying we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark, you could barely see, and she kept charging forward, Mai in her arms and me dragging behind. When we were back in Tokyo several days later, Grandma told me that our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she expected it. The government censored much of what happened, so I was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods was all a bad dream. If it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents, but ignoring it couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. Wonder if they even cared what might happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out about the Kamenkai than I did studying. I thought that if I could understand why my parents so willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, I'd stop feeling so betrayed. But I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me any peace. Mom and Dad died as part of some cult? I don't believe it. It's true. Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that in hiding it from you, I was able to hide away my feelings as well. I think for Grandma it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it secret, and there's no way we could live a normal life with the stigma of the Kamenkai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. Grandma made the choice to leave her only daughter behind. She always seemed to carry the guilt of it with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for Mom. When she'd come home, she'd have a rotten stink on her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped off the police. Found her wandering in the sewers, holding nothing but the mask. The same one from the cult compound all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and all the unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. It was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It's the only way I could move on with my life. It doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she got it. It seemingly appeared out of thin air. Or maybe someone gave it to her? She never said. Left the mask with her. Always made me uneasy. A strange aura about it. Not unlike that Super Mario 64 level, Wet Dry World. Also, by the way, coincidentally, 1996. Wait, Grandma was looking for Mom? In the sewers? I don't remember any of this. You were in the dorms at your school at the time. Grandma's strange behavior was part of why I insisted on you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. couldn't drag you into the madness of our past. Parted ways without ever speaking of it. She was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what exactly is it that you're looking for? Surely our family's history isn't of use to you. I assume you heard about what happened to my partner. This mask was there, again, when he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. If that's true, then I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person. No, Ma, you've helped plenty, but I have to do this on my own. Ito is right. I apologize for not telling you all of this sooner, but you can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lost you that day at the shrine. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you now. Alright. Thank you for finally telling me the truth, Nichan. I'll head back for now. Hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, Mai. You're right, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. Looks like she's gone. Alright, Mai's not here. No need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even to the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. Each copy of the mask is personalized. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never would have dreamed up on my own. There was always an unusual air about it that I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to Mai again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is I don't want her getting hurt. But like you said, I don't believe that mask is simply wooden paint. Though I doubt anyone else would believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On this street, there's an old tea shop. Maybe you saw it on the way in? An old historian named Yasuhisa is in there occasionally. He was the only one who ever acknowledged what I said about the mask as truth. If you're looking for information on the mask, he might be the best person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him occasionally on other topics. His mind is like a vault of valuable information. Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is. I hope so. Please, Detective, be careful. Okay, cool. Can I, like, marry into your family? Right. I'd like to see if there's new flavor text. Okay. What am I doing? Alright. Still stable, still professional, I'm friggin' meticulous as fuck, and I'm relaxed. I don't... pictured here. Oh boy. Alright guys, it's about time. I'm gonna go ahead and stop us here. Next time we'll enter the tea shop, talk to the guy in the tea shop. I'm laughing about the name though, because it's very similar to another guy I know. He's very insistent on how his name is pronounced. Alright guys, I will talk to you all later. Have a fantastic day, and see you tomorrow. Bye!